Hey guys, welcome to Artichoke Hearts. I'm Heather. So I figured I'd stay rolling with this fall cooking trend and making mashed potatoes and gravy for you guys today. But it's not just any mashed potatoes and gravy, it's a parsnip potato mashed with chive, and the gravy is rosemary sage. It is super delicious, savory, herbaceous, and really easy to make. I don't know why I used to think it was so hard to make mashed potatoes. I mean, it's really easy. If you can make a box of macaroni and cheese, you can make mashed potatoes. And the gravy's pretty easy too. So let me show you how I do it. All right, so to start, you want to prepare all of your veggies, and what I like to do is get all of my ingredients measured out beforehand. It just helps me keep my ducks in a row, or whatever that saying is, when I'm actually cooking and it's go time. So what I've done here is I've peeled the parsnips and the potatoes, and then I've cut them into about 3-inch pieces, just so that they're similar size. And then you can boil these, or you can use the Instapot like I'm gonna do today. If you don't have the Instapot, that's fine. All you're gonna do is get a boiling pot of water, make sure that the water is covering the potatoes, and boil them on a rapid boil until they're easy to pierce with a fork, and then you'll know that they're done. But if you are using the Instapot like I am, go ahead and get your steamer basket and put it inside of the Instapot, and then 1 cup of water. And then put your parsnips and potatoes in at the same time. From here, I'm going to turn it on to manual and cook for 5 minutes. So while the potatoes are cooking in the Instapot, I'm going to start by making the gravy. Turn your heat on medium. And once the pan heats up, add 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and let it melt. Once the butter is melted, add 1/4 cup of flour. And whisk it to create a roux. I know this Play-Doh mixture looks a little bit weird, but I promise you this is what you're going for. So from here, you're just gonna let it brown a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna pour in the vegetable broth. Here I have 2 cups of veggie broth. You could also use a no chicken bouillon if you want more of a poultry flavor. And I'm gonna slowly add this in about 1/2 cup at a time. And you wanna make sure you keep whisking to break up the clumps as you go. And now that you've added all the liquid, you're gonna bring this up to a boil. All right, now that it's boiling, you're gonna turn the heat down to low. And we're gonna add salt and pepper. Here I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And here I have 1.5 teaspoons of sage that I have minced finely. And the same amount of rosemary, 1.5 teaspoons, which I also minced. And just mix it in and continue to whisk this here and there until you get the consistency that you want. It's just about there. I'm gonna keep it on the heat for a little while longer. Okay, that looks good. That looks like a nice thick gravy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off of the heat and put it in my gravy boat. So the next thing I wanna do is fry up a little bit of sage to put on top. I just love fried sage. All right, so I'm gonna get a really small pan and turn the heat up to medium-high. And add a lot of olive oil. Oh, it looks like our potatoes are done. So if you're using the Instapot, you probably already know this, but let the vent go. And once the oil is ready, drop in your sage leaves. And they're gonna fry up really quick, just a few minutes. More like seconds. Now you can see as they start to get a little bit brown, you can take them off of the oil and place them on a paper towel. And right out of the oil, I like to hit them with a bit of salt. All right, now to finish the parsnip potato mash, very carefully remove your potatoes from the steamer basket and put them in a bowl, or in my case, I'm using a pot because this is the only thing I can mash them in. All right, these cooked up nicely. You can see they're really soft and easy to pierce with a fork. They're ready to be mashed. So now I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. Here I have 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, and here I have 1 tablespoon of chives. And here I have 3 cloves of minced garlic. And here I have salt and pepper. I've got a full teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. All right, now I'm gonna start mashing everything together, everything except for the milk, which I'll add in a moment. But first I just wanna get everything sort of incorporated and get the butter melting a little bit. And I'm gonna stop there because I don't want to over mash them. Because of the parsnips, they can get gluey really quickly. So now I'm gonna start adding my milk slowly. And here I have soy milk, and this is 1/4 cup. Okay, so just adding a little bit, mash a little more. Did I mention using unsweetened milk? That's really important. Try to stay away from oat milks as they're naturally kind of sweet. Even the unsweetened ones I find are a little bit too sweet, but I like soy milk. It works really well. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make mashed potatoes. See, I told you. So there you are, my friends. Your parsnip mashed potatoes and gravy is ready. And now I'm gonna pour on the sage rosemary gravy. And now I'm gonna top it with a little bit of that fried sage. How beautiful is that? And there you go. See, super easy to make, super comforting. This will be great on your Christmas table, or I know Thanksgiving has already passed by now, but you know, ideas for Thanksgiving next year. Or just whenever you want a nice bowl of comforting mashed potatoes and gravy, this is the recipe you should go to. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and you try it for yourself. Please click to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.